Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere, welcome to Thursday Night Live. Break it down. Do the dance, Chris. It's all you. Do the dance. It's your birthday. So do your dance. It's your birthday.
Probably shouldn't be that rough on the mic.
Hey, everybody, and welcome. If you watched the show last week, you know it lasted about 12 minutes and then the power went out. But then we came back and it was all fine. I got the gerbils running in the wheel. I got an extra gerbil, so we should be okay tonight. Yeah. Double the guests tonight. We're going to have Maury Covington Jr. from XDynamics. He's going to join us, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about this here drone right here, this carbon fiber piece of art. And then,
that is a beautiful drone.
It really is.
That's what I can say.
And then we're going to invite Tom Roberts from Zedley Incorporated. He's working on some GPS tracking technology for drones. So that should be interesting. As always, we've got the Freewell filters to give away. $130 value. They're going to give those away tonight. The all-day 4K series for the Osmo Pocket, the Mavic 2 Zoom, and the Mavic 2 Pro. Links in the description if you just want to skip the contest and buy them. But our favorite sponsor of all time, besides RemotePilot101.com, of course, is the Cadillac of processed meat. It is pigeon jerky. Everyone enjoy.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow. Yeah. And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky,
the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah. Now, if you've just joined us for the first time tonight and you're thinking to yourself, I thought this was a drone channel. What's this pigeon jerky stuff? Well, that's one of our sponsors that makes this possible. Another sponsor is, of course, RemotePilot101.com. Now, RemotePilot101.com is very, very important. Perhaps you've thought about getting your Part 107. Chris, you're Part 107 certified, are you not?
I certainly am.
Yep. And maybe you don't know where to go for study materials. Well, you want to go to RemotePilot101.com, and there it is right there. That's what it looks like. And that is Jason Schappert. He's the instructor. Over 22,000 tests taken. And the curriculum is video-based. Taught by an FAA certified flight instructor, Mr. Jason Schappert. He's going to be back on next week, by the way. You can learn at your own pace. There are quizzes in between, and let me show you something right here. If you go over here, say you're going to get the recurrent course for life. You click on that, and you go over here. $67? No.
What?
I want a little bit of a discount. You put Heron 18 in there. Apply. And then boom! Look at that, like magic.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 30% off, math fans.
That is significantly cheaper than what I paid.
Oh,
I didn't use them. I used someone else.
What? All right. Well, Chris is
That
gone.
was before we were friends, man. That was before we were friends.
Okay. All right. Well, Remote Pilot 101. You know this is a commercial for them, right? There
Yes,
are
I'm
no
getting it.
other instructors. RemotePilot101.com. Check them out. We love them as always. Thank you very much.
That is an incredible deal.
Yes. So, Chris, tell us what's new with you before we go to the news.
Actually, I finished filming my next video probably about 20 minutes before we started this show.
Okay.
So,
can you give us any hints as to what that's about? Does it have explosions in it?
It has explosions and slow motions. Does that rhyme? Explosions and rhymes-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's a link to Chris's channel in the description, so I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe.
I would encourage that too.
You want me to play the fireball?
Yeah. This is actually a taste. So the explosions I filmed a couple days ago, and then today was more of the talky parts.
Okay, what is this?
That's a 36-inch clear latex balloon.
Okay. And
full of on fire hairspray connected to a potato gun.
Okay, and so you've been doing condom tests for how long?
At least 2 weeks.
Okay. So that's a balloon. And, you put hairspray in there.
Hairspray. It's on fire.
Okay. Yeah, if you ever see Chris at the drugstore buying hairspray, it's not for his hair because he uses mousse. Isn't that right?
I use some sort of hair paste.
Hair paste.
That's my favorite one right there. That thing just disconnects as this fire jello
Oh,
ball.
that's neat.
I love. Oh man, obviously it happened so fast you can't see it. When I saw it in on the playback, I was blown away.
Now you're about to have a baby, and it's a girl. Yeah. Look at this. This explodes real nice. That's awesome, man. Very, very good. So I have some interesting videos from your channel that we'll share in a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and get right to the drone news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Let's head over to the drone newsroom. Our anchorman, Jeff Sills, is standing by. What do you got for us, Jeff?
I have news.
News.
All right, so starting off, DJI, actually, the Department of Homeland Security isn't just picking on DJI. They're picking on any drone manufacturer that saves your data. They're sounding the alarm that Chinese-built drones are capturing your data and archiving it for nefarious purposes, which we've heard this story in the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
But apparently that's been the big item in the news recently. Obviously, this is associated to the escalating trade war between China and, the United States.
Right. So
DJI gave their official response today, which was essentially, we don't care about your data. We're not keeping it. We're not interested in it. We just want to make drones.
Lies! I know they're watching me. I know they're creeping around with their zoom lenses. No, I don't know. I tell you one thing that you can do, and there's a link in the description to this thing. This is kind of an important thing. This is a USB. It's called a data block and smart charge. If you're worried about them stealing your data, and this is really the only time they can do that is when they plug into your computer. When you plug their stuff into your computer, hardware or whatever. Mm-hmm. So this will only allow the power component of a USB to be used instead of whatever nefarious. I mean, you never know. You never know. It's better safe than sorry. There's a link to that in the description. I think they're like $2 or something crazy.
So the next story is associated to, I guess, a new way for them to use drones. The Faulkner City Council has integrated a new technology to help them with code enforcement.
No.
Accumulation of trash, food stored in totes.
This camera footage shows the extreme of what Conway code enforcement can run into.
I don't think people realize that it harbors rats or mice or snakes.
We're just trying to make people's property look good.
Not everyone takes a visit from code enforcement officers like Spencer Clausen. Well,
City of Conway code enforcement.
Missy Schrag says angry phone calls come into City Hall.
Some of them do become very hostile. They take it very personal, and they are offended that you have approached them.
Armed with only a badge, Clausen says a new tool is adding eyes for his division and helping avoid that unnecessary confrontation. This is actual drone footage from a major hoarding situation the city just addressed.
You don't need to think of it any different than like an up-to-the-minute like Google Earth. It's something that you can zoom in on, see the scope of the mess.
City of Conway says no one needs to worry. The only time they're going to use this type of technology is when the complaint warrants it.
The drone would never be brought out unless it was a confirmed, massive, valid violation that they knew they wasn't going to be able to see.
The footage can be submitted to the courts as evidence. But in the end, Clausen says it's about keeping the place many call home clean.
We're not doing this to them, we're doing this for them. And this is going to clean up streets, clean up neighborhoods.
Okay. All right.
Is that Conway, Arkansas?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Is
Got
it?
a lot of friends to text now.
Oh.
College in Arkansas.
Okay, very good. By the way, let me just address something very quickly. I very often I'm doing stuff in here, and I'll just show you what I'm dealing with for the show. These are all the things I have to deal with during the show. So very often I can't pay attention to the chat, which is right over there. And so last week, apparently there was a little bit of a kerfuffle. Is that right? Was there a kerfuffle in the chat, Jeff?
Yeah, that'd be a kerfuffle is right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently the moderators took care of it, and I thank you, moderators, very much. I appreciate that. So please continue to do that.
Okay.
And one more thing. You may not realize that there are two choices. There's two flavors of chat, top chat and live chat. Look in the upper left corner. If it says top chat, that means you're missing out on some messages. Make sure it's to live chat because we have contests coming up that will use the chat. You don't want to miss out. Now back to the newsroom.
Speed is of the essence.
Indeed.
All right. So also in the news, a plane flying over the Essex coast in England, the captain of an Embraer 170 spotted a dark drone 29 miles east of Southend on March 21st. And he said that he missed the drone in the air by 150 feet. And that was great. It was, important for him to report this. But he identified the drone at 9,000 feet.
What? 9,000 feet?
Shortly after 1800 GMT. So I'm not sure if that's like near dark at 9,000 feet.
Did somebody's tiny whoop get out of hand? You know how those whoops can just whoop it up. They end up in the stratosphere.
They can't fly 9,000 feet laterally, much less vertically.
No, but what?
I'm gonna have to call foul on this one because there's no way for anybody to be able to validate or provide evidence to say this is factual. But 9,000 feet's a bit much.
Felipe Artista said it was a bird. Very often it is a bird. Just with all this drone hype, everybody kind of wants to start something. They go, "Oh, it was a drone."
Oh, yeah.
So even if it was a bird, so.
All right. So
once again, Jeff, just to clarify, it's our opinion that it wasn't a drone. It was what?
It was a bird.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
Come on, dance, man! Don't leave me hanging. You guys aren't dancing, man. That's how it works. I play that and everybody dances. What the heck? You left me hanging, man.
I work on this news so hard. Anyway, Israel's Ben Gurion University has developed a quadcopter that
And you just got demonetized.
Now back to you in the newsroom.
Israel's Ben Gurion University has developed a quadcopter that can turn its propeller arms into wheels to allow it to keep moving once it hits the ground.
This is awesome.
What?
I want one of these.
Wait, what? Wait, what's...
Can we get one of those?
Oh, that's cool.
What a great idea. I'm surprised nobody's
That's
thought of
what
that
Amazon
sooner.
Needs.
Is
That's what Amazon needs. That's the key.
We need one of those.
Get it right up to the door.
Oh, that makes...
It's a hybrid vehicle that they've dubbed the F-Star, and really is a pretty impressive little design.
That's hilarious.
Makes a great Christmas gift. Or stocking stuffer. I want one. Look at that thing go.
Yeah. The blade still spinning while it rolls around is probably a little bit of a problem, but...
Well, it uses the same motor. I don't know how they would stop it. Look at this. Oh, there's a car. No problem.
Cut fuel line. Who cares?
You ever see those kids that can roller skate like that under a car?
Yeah.
Those are impressive. They don't have any bones. They're all just ligaments. That is so cool. I want
That's
one,
a
Jeff.
cool piece of tech.
Where can we get one?
That's a prototype from what I understand, but it is something that's being developed by the university. So hopefully we'll see something like that come out of the market.
Oh, heck yeah. That is so fun.
That's really sweet.
Castle Hill Drone Race Group is using drone racing to help raise money for computers for kids.
And I've perfected it over the past many, many years. It's my baby.
Olaf Hitchwa is passionate about drones, a passion that started when he was 10 years old.
So I got into RC maybe, I think like 7 years ago now, just toy helicopters. Then I saw this video of people racing through a forest in France, and I was hooked. It was like 4 years ago, and ever since then, like, drones have been a big, big part of my life.
Drones are also a big part of these racers' lives as they battle during the 3rd annual Castle Hill Drone Race to benefit Computers for Kids, an organization that helps kids from low-income households discover STEM careers. To go through the obstacle course, racers strapped on their goggles to see through a camera strapped on the drone, an experience participants describe as out of this world.
It feels like your mind and out-of-body experience where you're way up there, but you're actually down here, and you can see yourself, you can fly around yourself. You're seeing the whole world from a different perspective.
A perspective that keeps Hitchwa passionate about drones and the new paths they can offer.
There's always, a new part. There's always someone who thinks, oh, I've got, a new motor. I'm going to be so much faster. And, it's always so dynamic. It's never constant. There's always a new pilot. And I think I stay interested because it never gets old. There's just always new stuff.
Could he be any more excited? Wow. That is...
Ken, you need to get that kid on the show.
No kidding. That is... his energy is contagious.
Oh my gosh. That was awesome.
But I do have to say one thing. You know these news people...
Thumbing?
No, the news people...
Is it all the thumbing that was going on in the video? Because there was a lot of thumbing.
No. Do you know these news people that talk like this in a cadence that no one would ever talk in real life? He's passionate about drones. Nobody talks like this in real life. News people do it all the time, especially in small market stations.
I know. I feel like there's like one school of like television journalism.
Yes.
They all learn this cadence.
Yeah, they're all doing this
Olaf
thing. They're all doing an impression
with his friends.
They're doing an impression of one guy. One guy that did that
some
like
dude
years
like
ago.
50 years ago.
Right.
Like it was the Kennedys.
But I do want to thank 400 AGL, $10 super chat. I was flying my drone at about 2,500 feet the other day and have video too, but only 350 AGL from the top of the hill. Smiley face. You tricked us. And Trey Rose, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Very, very much appreciated. Anyone else who would like to super chat, it is most welcome at this time. And now back to you in the studio.
Yeah, I can. Drone recently captured a photograph of a trio inching along a 300-foot high path branded the scariest path in the UK.
Oh my gosh, what is up with this? This is nutty. Look at that.
This jaw-dropping image was I guess, a father with his 2 daughters walking along this cliffside. It is a straight 300-foot drop. There's no handrails, no nothing.
And
so the guy flying the drone is not that gentleman right there.
No,
correct? Okay.
No, this was somebody else that saw them and brought the drone up and filmed them as they crossed that path.
Where was this?
It's in Britain, and I'm trying to see. It's Giddy Edge in the Matlock Bath, Derbyshire.
Okay, can this be considered child endangerment? I'm not kidding. I am not kidding.
She doesn't look comfortable, that's for sure.
I'm not sure exactly what the idea was here, but
And they're all holding hands too. They're all holding hands too. The one goes down. They're all going to go down.
Grip on the wall.
Yeah.
She's like.
That's insane. Needless to say, don't do that.
Yeah. Lower to the ground.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. So.
Mars RC, $2 super chat. Hey Ken, any suggestions for a new drone channel?
To watch or to start?
I guess
assume
to start. Yeah, to start, I would say a great new drone channel would be one that you are passionate about.
There you go.
You know, don't choose a topic for your channel based on what others are doing, unless that is what you're into. If you're into drones, then do a drone channel and do it your own way.
Find your own niche.
Yeah.
All right, so the historic demolition of a Lehigh Valley icon Sunday morning received a lot of camera time recently.
Oh, this is great. Chris, you love explosions. Here you go.
Oh, yeah. Where's this, Jeff?
This is in Lehigh Valley.
Is that in America?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Martin Tower. And I'm looking to see if they have which state this is in. It's Bethlehem.
Man, there was literally no other buildings around that, but for a long while.
Yeah.
It's the
It's a really out of place building.
You know,
Bethlehem Steel headquarters is what they were blowing up.
Did they think that was going to be like a big metroplex, and they're like, didn't work out. It's killed the tallest building.
Sometimes people just build buildings out in the middle of nowhere. But I've been to 2 bridge demolitions, but I've never been to an implosion, you know, to film it. I would love to do that. Love to do that.
Yeah, that one was really impressive. And that's Bethlehem, PA is where that is for you, Chris.
Okay.
Okay, so DJI, this is hot off the presses. DJI has announced very recently that they're going to be implementing the ADS-B technology to allow drones to detect other traditional aircraft flying nearby. And
For
they call
years,
it
DJI
DJI
has been on the
AirSense.
leading edge of innovation, especially when it comes to safety. From automatic return to home, to altitude limits, to obstacle avoidance, to our pioneering of geofencing. Now we're taking the next step, giving almost all drone pilots the ability to detect airplanes and helicopters that are flying nearby. We call that DJI AirSense. AirSense uses a special signal called ADS-B that airplanes and helicopters transmit to show their location. When AirSense receives an ADS-B signal, the DJI mobile app alerts the pilot with enough time to take action. ADS-B was designed for airplanes and helicopters, but already there are more drones in the sky than either of them.
Drones are going to play a very significant role in the continued evolution of aviation. And we, as an industry, all need to figure out how we adapt to that.
Well, safety is the #1 fundamental aspect of aviation. DJI has done a really good job of being very inclusive and collaborating with the manned aviation community.
The FAA is requiring traditional aircraft to install ADS-B transmitters by the year 2020. There's no mandate for drones to have ADS-B receivers, but DJI wants to be a good partner in the use of airspace. That's why we're building AirSense into almost all of our drones.
I think AirSense is going to be very beneficial to pilots like me that use drones responsibly. It'll give more situational awareness and visibility to the drone user that otherwise they might not have.
AirSense is already installed in DJI's newest systems, like the Matrice 200 series and the Mavic 2 Enterprise. And now, DJI is committing to installing AirSense in all the drones it makes over 250 grams.
DJI's decision to equip the majority of its drones with ADS-B is a very positive development and an important safety improvement in the use of drones in the national airspace system.
Safety really is the most important thing. So when we design and implement our safety features, we always have as the top priority contributing to the safety of the airspace that we share.
So your thoughts about that?
I am very impressed with it. There have been a lot of initiatives over the last probably 2 years to incorporate the ability to detect aircraft. I know that the air, what's the one that we use with Lance? Is it?
Geez.
Yeah,
LAANC or something.
Yeah, AirMap had. They were going to incorporate something in the AirMap that would identify to you if there was a plane nearby. And that was one of the reasons why in AirMap you can fly your DJI drone from the app versus using the DJI 4 Go or Go 4. and it was supposed to be able to give you the notification that there's an aircraft in your area. This is light years ahead of that. This is physical hardware in the drone receiving the signal. It has a lot of great potential.
Yeah, I mean, we knew when this whole drone stuff began that it wasn't going to be the Wild West of drones forever. We weren't going to be able to just fly anywhere we wanted forever.
Well, and it advanced so fast. You know, like it went from, you know, taking these small LiPo batteries where everybody's just kind of trying to figure out, like, oh my goodness, how can I get 2, you know, more minutes of flight time out of a 7-minute flight time, you know, to now where we're flying for half an hour. You know, I mean, it had to happen eventually.
Right, and the skies are getting more crowded too. So this is actually very responsible. However, Jeff, you know that there's a certain group of people that aren't going to be happy with anything that tries to help us be safer.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean...
You know who I'm talking about. Drone Strike. Drone Strike, LLC. Thank you so much. $10 super chat. I need eyes for my AG drone. Big ones. Okay. I got big eyes. I got small eyes. I got them in chocolate and vanilla. These actually do keep birds away from your drone. They really do. I know it looks cool to have.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed, or Chris Rollins will buy you another drone. Yeah. Not really.
You. This is your show.
Yeah.
I just sit in from time to time.
If you want these, $10 super chat, or you can send PayPal to kenheronupload@gmail.com. Okay.
Last but not least,
yeah.
2 weeks ago we had a story about Reed Trimmer, the guy that chases tornadoes, rides around the Dominator 3. He had been throwing FPV drones up into tornadoes to take footage of them. He got into the news again recently when he was caught in some of the tornadoes that went through Oklahoma. I believe you have some video for this.
Well, one thing you may not realize is that initially I thought that was dirt with the tornado that it was kicking up, but in hindsight, it was actually field manure. So I was digging all that field manure out of my ears, and it was covered all over my face as well, all over the inside of the vehicle. But you never want to get that close to a tornado unless you do have a vehicle like this, the Dominator 3 back behind me, which has instruments on the roof as well. So we were measuring wind speed inside that tornado. We had the drones in the air as well that were flying circles around the tornado as we were inside of it. Unfortunately, I was a little bit away from the vehicle. I was about 50 feet away when the dust cloud arrived, so I couldn't see anything inside. So I just had to point my back into the wind and hunker down. I knew that it was going to be a very weak tornado, just a quick pop of wind there. But then just to the north is when it matured and consolidated and the funnel came down. It was illuminated bright white by the sun back behind us. And that was the first of about 3 to 4 tornadoes produced.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. And that's manure on his face. Jeff, shouldn't he be fired?
Fired?
For being faced at work. Thank you, and good night. Thank you. Good night. That's it. We're out.
The consequences of being on this show.
Jeff, thank you so much for being on. You can check out the news. There's a wiki news, drone news link in the description. There's Jeff's channel link in the description, and Jeff will pull this magnificent news from this stream and post it on his channel later.
Yes, and also I wanted to mention I recently joined the DJI Mentorship Program as part of their Facebook group, and I have my first mentor to assist. So I want to give a special shout out to John Kelleher, who is the person that I'm assisting right now. Currently, he has a Phantom 3 Standard that he needs a camera put on. So I'm going to assist him in getting that repaired.
Very good.
You're the man for that. That's for sure.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for the news. See you, man.
Sir.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
See ya. Gotta love that, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff. It was a lot of fun to meet him last week.
Yeah, it's hard to believe
time,
it.
Like after all of this, you know.
Yeah, we're all like
stuff
hanging out on here all the time. It seems like we should have met each other a long time ago.
I know.
So now before we bring in Maury Covington Jr. from XDynamics, and we're gonna do that here in just a moment. I know he's standing by. I noticed a box behind you on the bed. What is that? You know how I hate unopened boxes.
This is actually just before the show started. I went outside to throw out the trash. I think this is the stuff I need for my next video. Well, not my next video. I just filmed that, but this is the video adjacent to that one.
Okay.
Should I open it?
Yes, please.
This isn't it. Then this is gonna be a massive letdown.
Yeah, it could be some pregnancy clothes for your wife, right?
Oh gosh, she will kill me.
And doesn't everybody have a big, huge box opening knife around?
I'm in Texas. We're always prepared for something that never happens.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it is. It is exactly what I.
Oh, what is that?
This is 3.5 pounds of cornstarch.
Can I guess? Can I guess what you're doing?
3.5 pounds of cornstarch.
Can I guess what you're doing?
Oh, please guess.
I am guessing that you're going to make non-Newtonian fluid.
Yes.
Ha ha!
Oh my
Thank you.
man.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Also known as oobleck.
Yes. For those who don't know what non-Newtonian fluid is, here is Chris to explain.
Non-Newtonian fluid. It's a really weird, bizarre substance. Like when it's at rest, it behaves like water. Like you can just stick your hands through it. But if it's hit or struck or it's under pressure, it behaves like a solid. It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
Like if you stand on it, you just sink. But if you run on it, it's like solid.
Right. And since you have a high-speed camera, I'm guessing you're going to do something with a speaker?
No, that's been done.
Oh, okay.
That's been done.
Something that's not been done?
Hopefully.
Okay.
You know, occasionally I get ideas and I'm almost scared to Google it because I'm so excited about it. I'm hoping nobody's ever done it before.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Just
I'm like,
hey,
please don't give me a result.
I just invented the hula hoop. Let's see if anybody.
Yeah.
Oh darn, it was the 50s.
For kids.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, that will hopefully come out. I'm out of town next week, but hopefully after that I'll be able to get that one done.
Very good. We look forward to that. Again, there's a link in the description if you want to check out his channel. Now, before I bring in Maury, I have to do a little tease about later in the show after Maury says bye-bye to us.
All right, clinch me. Bring me in.
Last night, I was, Rick Rumps. Wow, look at that. $30 super chat. He says, hey, Ken, got a new P4, need eyes for it. Sure. That's 3 sets for you, I guess. I'll send you some. Make sure you remind me in an email because I'm old and I forget things.
Yeah.
You know.
Guys, I sent him an email last night.
Aw. It's true. Swiss cheese.
30 seconds before the show, he goes, you didn't email me. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. Well, all right. So anyway, before I forget what I was just talking about, last night, I'm about to go to bed. And I get an alert on my phone from this building. This is the radio station. It's not my home. This building is a radio station. I got an alert from the security camera. It was 10:32. And nobody comes in here at 10:32. Sometimes I'm leaving at 10:32. But anyway, so I get an alert. I look at the footage that was triggered from a camera downstairs by the front door. And I'm fairly certain that I captured a ghost. Pretty sure I did. So we'll check on that in a little bit. But right now...
Oh, you're not going to show it? Look how I adjusted in my seat.
No.
I got my water.
That's what is known in the industry as a tease. That will keep people watching through... Anyway. So...
Go ahead and smash that like button, guys.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you believe in ghosts or not. So right now, as I call our first guest, Maury Covington Jr. from XDynamics, here is Chris with a joke.
Whew. You know, the other day, my you know what? I've already messed this joke up.
Oh, no!
Okay, come back to me.
Yeah.
I'll work the joke out in a minute.
Oh,
I
okay.
prepped one.
Okay.
I really did.
And now
I've already forgotten it.
And now here's Chris with a joke.
No. Give me a good 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. I hear something.
Hey, can you see me, guys?
I can't. I can
like
hear
you're
you,
in
but I can't
middle
see
of
you.
Wave.
It sounds like you're on the beach. Are you by the ocean side?
I am not.
Inside of a seashell.
You know when you hold up the seashell to your ear, it does that? Huh.
That's exactly like this.
It does. Maury, do you want me to call you back?
Yeah, call me right back. Let's see if we can get this thing going.
Okay. All right. Well, that was interesting. And now here's Chris with a joke. Uh-oh, Chris is gone. Oh, no. Oh, you know what I did? I hung up on both of them. Yeah, well, you know. Again, I'm not the smartest man. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, buddy.
Really?
I forgot how to use Skype. Okay. Oh man.
I was just talking to the camera.
Did you have it? Did you have a joke?
No, I don't have.
Oh,
a joke.
okay. All right. Well, now let's see if we can get
my soul crushed.
Let's see if we can get Maury on here. And once again, he is at the ocean.
Man.
We did a test before.
Yeah, it was working fine before. Let me see.
Are you using the same device?
Same device, same everything.
Huh.
Where are we calling him from? Or where's he?
He's on the moon, so I mean it's
a little bit latency.
Yeah, we have to slingshot around Pluto and then back again. All right, Pluto's not a planet anymore.
Not anymore.
All right, 3 for a quarter.
All right.
All right, I'll call you back. Now this time I'm not going to hang up on Chris.
We'll see.
I do tests. I make sure that this stuff doesn't happen.
You do. And no, I mean I'll vouch for that. You'll be like, hey, can you hop on real quick?
Yeah.
And I'm driving down the highway.
Yeah, I do do that. All right, so, and now here is Chris with yet another joke.
What did one hat say to the other?
What?
You stay here. I'll go on ahead.
Ha ha! See? There you go. That's some good stuff right there.
Give me a hat hit.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Woo!
There it was.
Ba-da-da-da. All right. Now, back to this regularly scheduled static.
All right, so I went headphones this time. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, but we can't see you. Can you turn the camera on?
Yeah, I've got camera on. Everything's same as before.
Well, I guess this is radio now.
Yeah, we can't see you. Can you see us?
I can see you guys. Yeah. I don't know what.
I don't
know why.
Is this a laptop you're using?
Yeah.
Can we try to just use your phone, maybe?
Yeah, let's go for it. You want to call me back?
4 for a quarter. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna try it one more time. And then if this doesn't work, then Chris will do 30 minutes of stand-up. Okay. You know, I'm seeing the chat, and it seems like there's some people in there that are just gluttons for punishment. I think they like it when it comes off the rails. I think they they like it when the NASCAR hits the other NASCAR. All right, let's see. I'm going to give them a minute because you know you have to turn off your laptop because you don't want them both ringing.
This so far I wouldn't say that the fit has hit the shan yet.
No.
We haven't really gone that far.
No.
Just yet.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
What do you call a fern that wants to be a secret agent?
What?
Frond. James Frond.
I don't get it. I think you have to maybe be a plant
herbologist.
Herbologist, yeah. Okay.
Hang on.
Wait,
what
wasn't
did the firm?
What? Wasn't herbologist on WKRP and say, oh no, that was Herb Tarlick. Old people joke. All right.
Are you kidding? I love WKRP.
Seriously, you know that one?
Cincinnati. One of my favorite. Oh, there he is.
Hey, there he is. All right, fantastic. Hey. Now, just one more step. If you could go landscape. Fantastic. I knew we'd get it. I blame me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Maury Covington Jr. from XDynamics. And thank you for taking time to be on with us, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Now you see your lovely creation back here in the background.
Uh-huh.
And as I hold this up and bring it into the camera, I think the obvious question on everyone's mind, let's just get it right out of the way. What kind of stuff do you use to make your beard look so awesome?
Very much appreciated.
Yeah, man. It's tidy.
And
very
the
tidy.
answer is?
The answer is?
This is
Coleman
nothing.
oil. Coleman.
You know, I wish I had a secret. I wish I had a secret sauce. There's
There's no beard cream.
There's like
There's
no
not-
magic for like these patchy bits that you get.
No.
Let's say like I get.
Is that
at
by
least they-
design or is that natural?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, no, this is just where the razor got away from me.
Well, see, Chris uses product in his hair, but I guess not his beard.
It's not even worth buying this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's just like I have mange.
So, thank you very much for letting me test this beautiful drone of yours.
One of the prettiest drones, honestly, one of the prettiest drones I've ever seen. I love it.
Absolutely.
It's gorgeous.
I appreciate it. I know you've had a few issues, but I think we did get that right.
Yes, absolutely. I'm very excited about the future of this. Now, if you've seen, and many people who are watching right now did see the video that I made where a few things went wrong. Is there anything you'd like to say about any of that? I mean, like, what?
Well,
like,
the one I will say, the prop issue.
Yeah.
We tested and retested that here and tried to recreate that. I've never had that happen before, and I'm not really sure what that was all about. That seemed to be a 1 in a billion.
I kind of figured that. I mean, I made sure, every new drone, I make sure those props are on. I'm guessing that because I let it return to home on its own. I'm guessing it came in a little hot and bounced maybe enough to, because these go down like that. I guess it bounced enough to, I don't know.
So I can tell you, one kind of cool thing about that locking system is that it's made so that the inertia of the prop spinning around will actually tighten it as it spins.
Yeah.
So we've actually done tests where we don't even lock them down. We'll just set the props on top. I mean, I don't recommend this, but we just tested this for, to see if it would work. And we can lay the props on top and then fire up the drone, and it's like click, 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 and they all click on.
That's cool.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that.
Please do that. That's so cool.
I'm totally doing that.
Yeah, you got to try that.
Oh, wait. It's your drone. It's not my drone. Can I do it? Can I try it?
Hey, go for it. Yeah, I mean, it's not like we don't. It's not a. Not part of the marketing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Smart.
I won't post it if it goes wrong. How about that? But so this drone just up front. It's what is its place in the drone world? Where does it come in? Where are you trying to gain your market footing?
So I think everything in this drone is designed from a cinematographer's perspective. We're not looking to a lot of drones are made and they cover kind of everything, and they're kind of a generalist point of view, which is good in a lot of ways. But our approach is what can the cinematographer use? So, for example, everything is dampened to a little more degree. The GPS filming mode that it starts out in is kind of dampened. It rolls into position, similar to like a fluid head on a tripod. From the get-go, the gimbal is dampened to kind of feather into a shot. So when you let off the gimbal as it pitches down, it actually will just kind of feather into a stop instead of an abrupt stop, which in some other manufacturers you can tune, but we kind of start out in that tuning because that's who our audience is, So that's our point of view. That's who we're making it for. Of course, real estate. We have our FLIR camera that's coming out. So, there are a lot of uses for that I can't even think of. But I always think from a cinematographer's perspective. So I think it would be, kind of a Sicario type shot. You've seen that movie, and they're coming in. Looking at everyone in IR as they, crest a mountain from a narrative point of view, but there's a lot of other ways to use that,
Does it need to be carbon fiber?
It's a really light, strong material. Doesn't need to be. If you want it to be the strongest and lightest material possible, you make it out of carbon fiber.
Right. I did notice
How
that
big's the sensor on that camera? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to-
Go ahead.
It's a 1 2/3 sensor.
1 2/3. Okay, so I haven't obviously flown that, but literally most of my exposure to it was Ken's video. But the footage, to be honest, and I'm a DJI guy, I actually thought the footage was a little bit better. The color to me looked a little bit more accurate on your guys' drone. The sharpness in the dynamic range, I'm not sure off the top of my head what DJI's dynamic range is on there. What did you compare it to, Ken? The Phantom or the Mavic?
The Phantom and the Inspire. Nobody's ever complained about the camera on the Evolve.
Yeah, and where our approach on the camera is, yes, that's a smaller sensor size, but the processor behind it, that's another big component that not a lot of people talk about when they're talking about cameras. They kind of focus on how big is the sensor, and the processor has a lot to do with how those colors are rendered, the dynamic range. So, and we've taken, we've done a lot of studying. Our camera team has really done a great job and creating a look. We've been inspired by cameras like the Alexa, not trying to compare a 1 2/3 sensor to that, but being inspired by what they do with the highlights, how they roll the highlights off when things bloom, how film works, real film, not digital. And trying to recreate that digitally. It's challenging, but in some ways, I really do think we've met that.
And you really can't compare this drone too much with what everyone else is used to. It's really kind of its own animal. I will say that I was a bit disappointed in the range, but the latency is pure magic. I mean, there's no comparison in latency between a DJI product and your drone. What evil magic are you using for your telemetry?
Well, the latency, and I'll go back. I want to mention one other thing. The carbon fiber. Why is it carbon fiber? We look at this drone as we could have made it out of a polymer or plastic. We approach this as a highly tuned vehicle. We're trying to be, we're not trying to make a really good Camry. We're trying to make a little bit of a sports car. And that's our approach. That's what we want. It's something the market doesn't have. And is it overbuilt? I would say, yes, it's overbuilt. And by design, the motors are big, it's carbon fiber, everything is tuned, the tolerances are low. So it is, that is intentional. But going to the latency, we use Amimon's technology. So Amimon is an Israeli company, and in the film world, they're used with Teradek, and actually Teradek just acquired them. So any big budget movie that uses wireless video transmission, chances are they're using Teradek. And so we have the smallest form of that technology in our drone.
Oh, cool.
So that's where we get our latency from. And they have the fastest latency on the planet, as far as I know.
Yeah. Now, back to the range. What would you say about that? Is this something that you're going to improve? Is this basically a beta version?
No, that's definitely not a beta version. I mean, we are, there's a lot we can do. So all the algorithms, the gimbal, the flight control are our own. So we design those from the ground up. So we can make a lot of adjustments to those and make improvements when, listening to you and reviews like yours and hearing from our, consumers as well, we can make adjustments. We're not tied in to purchasing something off the shelf and then incorporating it. So with the range, it really is a question of how we approached it was we're giving you 1080 60 video at 1 kilometer at less than 10 millisecond latency. So you have a very high quality resolution and latency, but you have a shorter distance. So maybe we could have gone a longer distance, but then you're not going to get that 1080 60, you're not going to get that latency. And if our end user is a cinematographer that needs to be dialed in and needs those milliseconds, then that's who we're catering towards.
Right. One of the things that I do enjoy about Lightbridge and OcuSync was the ability to go behind a building and still have telemetry. Now, the range for me isn't important to go 5 miles, 6 miles away. When I hear a drone has a 4 kilometer range, I think, okay, I can go behind some trees, I can go around a building and not get disconnected. That's what I think.
Strength of signal.
Strength of
not
signal.
so much the range. Right.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
can this drone do that? Can it go behind a building and still stay connected?
It's going to be line of sight for the video signal. Our range, the RF signal, that will actually travel really, really far. But because we have that extreme high quality signal, there's a limitation there. And the limitation with that high quality is that you can't go beyond a kilometer.
Okay.
So, yeah. But,
Can you have it on stages where it sort of, maybe goes to 720 or whatever as it goes out?
That is something we're working on.
Okay.
We're actually working on that right now to kind of down resolution it and go a little further.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So right now, is it like geo-fenced to 1 kilometer from its takeoff point, or is it dynamic to where it changes from the controller?
It's actually not geo-fenced. So you would be able to fly the drone further than a kilometer, but you would lose video signal at a kilometer. So the video signal
I got you.
go beyond a kilometer. Yeah.
Who is killing a child in the background?
Those kids. Yeah, their kids are playing right out the window.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was our news guy, Jeff. He always has.
I know. I did too. I was like, is Jeff still on the line?
That's what I thought. So I would be remiss if I didn't ask about the battery life. Of course, there's a lot going on that the battery needs to be there for. But is there any? What can you tell me about the battery? Is this the first iteration of this? Is it you're gonna make some improvement?
I was a little surprised on your battery life troubles because we've done a lot of tests and we're getting 18 to 20 minutes on everything, and some of the other reviews have given us, have said the battery kind of lives up to the spec. And so I'm not sure about that on your flight time, and that's one of the things I want to dig into when I get to look inside the black box there and on yours and just kind of see what went wrong. I know one thing that you had an issue with was the range not even going to a kilometer, and that's one thing we're working on that's going to be rolling out real soon. And basically, where there's an oversensitivity that we're dealing with when we get interference. And so we're changing those thresholds so that we're not interrupted when we get light interference and we're able to move through it.
Okay. And I hate to keep being a downer on stuff. There are some things that I'm very impressed with the build, the latency. The camera, of course, is removable. There's going to be other cameras available. This is just a little nitpicky thing, but I love the digital readout on the battery rather than just
cool.
4 lights. Look at that. It tells you the percentage. That's great. And
that's really cool.
Yeah. And you as a company, XDynamics as a company, is very approachable. It's there's a lot of drone companies out there like, that's it. That's what you get. That's we made it. You better like it. That's it. We're not changing.
Yeah, we want to separate ourselves as being approachable. Customer service has been long forgotten, and we want to bring that back. We want to be here to listen. We've made changes already based on user suggestions, and we want to be a company that can listen and change, and we are a smaller company, and we do 90% of our own R&D, 90% of our own manufacturing. Makes us very nimble, gives us the ability to make changes on the fly. So, even though, we didn't get our best flight in your review, and I'm, sorry about that, it's a value to us, and we take it in stride and, move forward, work hard, and sort it out,
I hope that your feelings weren't hurt that I called this a purse, because It's kind of large. It's kind of a large controller, and when it's folded, it does kind of look like a lady's purse.
If we're talking, Louis Vuitton or something, I guess I can let it slide.
Yeah, no. This is really great. The battery on this is removable, unlike other controllers. That's great. Will there be like a heavy duty version of this? Are you going to make this more powerful and like as an option, an upgrade? Maybe you can make it stick out this far, but make it last longer. What do you think?
I'm not sure. We don't have anything planned as of right now, but I'm not opposed to thinking that through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all have any other drones in the works right now?
We do actually. We have a heavy lift drone that we're developing. That'll be coming out next year. It will be the smallest heavy lift drone, carrying about 13 to 15 pounds. 2 guys in a backpack will be able to go hike up a mountain, go wherever you want.
Do you need volunteers?
Chris is always putting people on the spot. I tell you what, Chris, if Chris is about to have a baby, if your new baby girl is under 13 pounds, let's fly her up in this heavy lift drone.
My wife is at work, so she's not watching this right now. Yes.
Would you do that? You would not.
No, my wife.
You would get child services calling you.
My wife would stab me in the
Oh
heart.
my gosh, yes. Yeah. So, what kind of things you have planned for this drone? For those who have already purchased this, and how often are there firmware updates? Because DJI is always like another firmware update. Blah, blah, blah. We're all,
Well, we do extensive testing before we roll them out. We're working on some now with some different aspect ratios, kind of filmic aspect ratios, 235, some super CinemaScope widescreen, old school stuff. We're coming out with some different looks, so a bleach bypass, a few different kind of lookup tables, if you will, to kind of give filmmakers, a way to dial something in the shot. Also a flat or log kind of profile so that you can do more in post.
Okay.
So are you saying you're talking about loading a custom LUT into the thing, into the controller?
We're working on creating so you can make a cube file, which is what you can do, so you can build your own LUT and put it right in. In the short term, we're working on that, and in the short term, we're going to create some custom ones that you can choose from that are kind of, the orange and teal, all the kind of classic stuff.
Ones.
Yeah.
And
then you can
that'd be huge because no one's really doing that for drones. I mean, maybe they are, but I've never seen it.
It's not very common, and again, like our mindset is what a filmmaker might need, what a filmmaker might want. So, yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, is there anything that I'm forgetting to ask you?
No, I would say a couple of cool points that I think are great about our product.
Yes.
No geofencing. You can take off anywhere. You're never going to get stuck, with that. It's kind of based on personal responsibility. You're a professional. You know how to use your drone. We're not going to get in the way of that. No data collection. We actually collect 0 data. So we get approached by people. We've been approached by Homeland Security and different organizations to do sensitive infrastructure and stuff like that because of that. And we kind of pride ourselves in the ethics surrounding that. I just encourage everybody to take a look online. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please email us, call us, and I'd love to chat and, inform anyone about any questions, any concerns.
Is this gonna be whittled down at all? Is that right there? Is that gonna be right there? Is that gonna be chipped away at a little bit? Maybe. What do you think?
I don't have no plans to change that right now.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Micro is coming out and FLIR as well.
Gotcha. And Double Dog Drone asked, what about cold weather performance? And is it water resistant?
It is water resistant. We've flown it in the kind of the mist, it's not really rated. It's not IP rated. Flown it in the snow in New York. No problem.
Okay.
So it's been tested.
Metro
and some cold
Drones.
environments.
Metro Drones, $10 super chat. Thank you. Are you reading the chat?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I can't
because
read the
Metro
chat.
Drone says, "Tell him to hold his camera still." Little things bother Surface.
He's on his phone.
Oh, there.
guys.
Yeah, he's on his phone. We had this.
Give me a break.
We had this all planned out a whole different way. There you go. No, don't you worry. You shake your phone if you want to, man.
Gimbal or something.
I think it works for emphasis.
Yes.
If you-
Yeah. So, thank you very much for making time to be on. One thing that I do with all the guests is a little segment we call "Would You Ride It?" And you've seen these manned drones, these taxi things that people are riding in, and all these crazy contraptions that'll cut you off at the neck or the knees. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play this one. This week's Would You Ride It is from Tactical Robotics. It's called the Cormorant. It's a rescue drone, so it's not like a taxi or anything. I don't know if you've seen this, but it's a combination of a cargo delivery and casualty evacuation drone.
Okay.
And it's the
screen, or is that an actual real video?
no,
footage?
that's real video.
Okay.
It's the only UAS recognized by NATO to fulfill both cargo delivery and CAS evac missions. So they'll go.
Is there a person in that?
No, but it's like they can send it out to a battle scene and pick up injured soldiers. So my question to you,
who have no choice,
right?
to ride.
Even if you weren't injured and unconscious, would you ride it?
It looks pretty safe. I'm gonna say no because there's no one in it, and when they're testing it.
Yeah.
So I have to say no just for that reason. But it looks awesome.
It does. Chris, would you ride that thing?
I'm trying to figure out where a person would even go.
I think you lay prone. in
There's
it.
a turbine, like literally right in the middle of that thing.
Yeah, you sit on the turbine and you spin as you ride.
I
No.
don't say this a lot, but no, that looks really tipsy. Like, look at it. Look at it bobble.
Yeah, it doesn't look that stable, does it?
It doesn't. No, what is the word I'm looking for? The turbines, any of the things that are providing downward force are very low on the center of gravity on that thing.
Right. And Geeks Vana said, yeah, I would. Joran McHale says yes. Benjamin Buss says, I would fly that thing. For the most part, it looks like people are saying, heck yeah. I think I would have to be unconscious and on my way to a hospital.
Yeah.
After my accident,
say in the matter.
I rode in a medevac and I was unconscious. I don't remember it. And I told the people after the bill came from the hospital, I said, if I don't remember the helicopter ride, do I have to pay for it? They said,
they
yeah.
said?
They said, well, yeah.
Yeah.
So
they're getting their money.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
will you ever pay?
Yeah. So, can I keep this for a little bit and play with it? Or do you need it back?
I will. You know what I'd like to do?
Yeah.
I'd like to get that one back. I want to check the black box. You had a couple issues. I want to study them. I want to know exactly what's going on.
Right.
And make some adjustments. So
Okay.
I will do this though.
Yeah.
I will send you another one with a micro 4/3 camera on it.
Now, I'm not just asking you live on the internet to put you on the spot. I'm not. So,
I was planning. I plan to do that.
Okay, thank you. You're very kind.
I have an address too.
Chris, you stop. You stop. You come over and we'll play with it, okay?
Fine.
All right.
Fine.
Thank you so much for being on. We appreciate it. There's a link in the description to check out XDynamics and all their cool things. And we'll talk again. Okay?
All right. Take care.
Thanks Maury. Okay, bye-bye. Well, he's a nice fella, isn't he? Huh?
He's very open. I was very impressed by that.
Yeah, as a company, they're very open. And he's got a fantastic beard. He
really does. He's still frozen on this side of my screen over here, and it's glorious.
Oh, you can still see him?
Oh, it just went away. But yeah, it was it's frozen.
Okay. So I have another guest, and I know that he's standing by. But before we called Tom Roberts from Zedley Incorporated, I wanted to share the ghost video.
Finally.
Yeah.
Guys, Ken was texting me about this at like 11 o'clock at night last night. He's like, I think I filmed a ghost.
I was freaking out, man.
Literally, I was literally I was like, I'm laying in bed next to a pregnant sleeping lady. Like, I legitimately can't talk. He's like, yeah, but no, come on, man. Like, I filmed a ghost. Can you talk? I was like, seriously?
I wanted to
Call me
call
tomorrow.
I wanted to call everybody I knew.
I bet.
So
Did you
now,
get a hold of anyone?
Yeah.
Did you?
yeah. So now this is security camera footage that I'll show you, and I want you to look in
From there at the station?
From here at the station, downstairs by the front door. Look to the left in the frame. There's a shape. I had somebody here at the station say it looked like Slender Man.
Oh, goo. Man,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
Right.
All right.
All right.
I'm
So
ready.
I'm just gonna play it, and
Okay.
then and you be the judge, okay? So here we go. Security camera ghost. Did you see it?
Do it again. Do it
Okay.
again.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Freaky, right?
really creepy.
Yeah.
Is there like a candle on the other side of the wall?
No, the only light in the room is the light on the table by the door. That light in the foreground, that's lit up by infrared. Now, my theory...
Okay, so this is night vision that I'm looking at. What's that over there against the... there's a lamp underneath the picture?
Yes, there was a lamp underneath. Well, no, the only lamp was the one over on the other wall. It wasn't a
Right.
car going by, because then I'd be getting notices like this all the time. The only theory I have
So
is...
you got a notification that there was movement
Yeah.
on the camera.
Yeah, it set off. I got a notice on my phone saying, boop, the motion detector is set off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aliens. Yeah.
Bug on the lamp.
Now,
That's
Lenny
probably-
Floss has my other theory, which it might have been a spider calling on the infrared emitter.
So is the infrared emitter in a separate spot from the camera? How does that? I'm not
The
even
camera
sure.
is this big, okay? It's got a camera hole, then an infrared hole below it. So that's the only thing I can think. Want to see it again?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Okay, I'll play one more time. Is it a spider or is it Slender Man? Okay, check it out. Hold someone you love. Someone said it looks like it has shoulders.
I know. I mean, you can literally see a head, arms.
Fourth dimension man. Dr. One said it's a ghost spider.
It's so funny how the human mind works, how we try to put recognizable images on things we see.
That's true. Like how we see faces and things.
Yeah, how we see rabbits in the clouds.
Yep. Yeah.
Our brains try to find something we can explain everything with. I mean, literally, to me, I see a man like this walking this way.
When
Like,
when I first saw it, I thought it was somebody walking into the kitchen, and I watched the rest of the clip, which is nothing. I waited for
And then
someone to
that's
come
Keith
out of the
going,
kitchen. Yeah, and there's no door in the kitchen, so I almost called the cops. But anyway,
I mean, it's freaky for sure.
so I need to call Ghostbusters or an exterminator. Anyway,
Who you gonna call?
the Bug Man. All right, so let's call our buddy Tom Roberts. He is with Zedley Incorporated. He's developing GPS tracking technology for drones. I'm going to bring him on. And now, here is Chris Rollins with a joke.
Oh, I had another one. Dadgum, I had another one.
Uh-huh.
Let me see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. What did the traffic light say to the other traffic light?
What did the traffic light say to the other traffic light? What?
Don't look. I'm about to change.
Wow, that's not good. That's one of those jokes that's not good.
Oh, come on. That's better than Alexa.
Alexa,
Come on,
tell me
that
a
is
joke.
Miles above Alexa.
Why was the latter unlucky in love?
Why?
It was always being stood up.
See? Alexa had you beat on that one. Anyway, welcome, Tom. How you doing, buddy? Tom Roberts, everyone.
How are you? How you doing? Hey, Ken.
Tom, do you have any jokes?
Well, nothing that I can probably air on here.
Oh, he's got the dirty jokes. Nice.
Fair enough.
Let's keep it rated G for now.
PG-13 show here, sir.
We'll do Thursday Night Live after dark later. So Tom, you're with a company called Zedley Incorporated, and tell us a little bit about your company and what it is that you're up to.
Well, Zedley makes. We just came out with a Track It product. It's basically a GPS tracker, but it uses Wi-Fi, no cellular, so there's no monthly fees, so you can track things with it.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, what we're doing now is we want to extend this to drones because we want you to be able to launch this on your drone, and someone that has this tracker, like on a dog or a pet, car, bicycle, once they lose their pet, they can launch or notify the network, and it notifies you, and you can launch your drone to help find the lost item. And the good thing is they can post a reward, so you get a reward for it, and you have fun trying to help somebody find something that's lost.
Well, that's an interesting idea. Now, this is something that you're thinking about developing?
Well, right. We're just in the early stages of the development for the drone part. The product Track It is out there now, so we want to extend this to drones because it's going to require a small modification.
Okay. And Tom actually needs your opinion out there. Is this something that you'd be interested in? Please let us know in the chat, because Tom will go back and read the chat later. And is there anything you would like to ask my audience directly?
Well, if you're interested in the concept, please let us know on the website. If you have other questions, let us know that too. We're excited about working with people, especially in the drone community, how we can improve this and make it better. But it's basically a network through the app, through our Track It on your drone, and you can help locate items. And it could be in the middle of nowhere because it has its own independent radio system. It doesn't need any cellular. So you can be in the Grand Canyon and help try to find something out there.
That's a big deal because very often I've been sent so many GPS trackers for drones and everything, and it's always like a cellular bill or a monthly fee and all this stuff. Because hey, it's $2, but then it's $50 a month for whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I told Ken before the show, I had for my Phantom 1 and my Phantom 2, I had literally it was a GPS tracker, but you had to have a separate phone line and everything that fed into it. And I mean, if I were to crash and land in in a heavily wooded area or somewhere that there was no cell phone service, I would literally have zero. I'm paying that bill and I would never be able to recover it. And I still had to contact the phone company to be like, hey, can you possibly locate this SIM card, please?
Yeah.
It was not usable at all.
The other problem with the cellular-based tracking, just like your phone, is it just eats the battery.
Mm-hmm.
So the typical trackers out there now won't last more than 5-6 days, and then you're toast. Whatever it's on, you have to take it out, charge it. You forget to put it back on. So we want that long battery life where you can change the batteries out yourself. It lasts for months, even more.
Yeah. Well, and cell phone tracking it triangulates, right? It's not exactly a GPS signal, so it's more of like, where is he in relation to these three towers? And then we'll sort of, he's here-ish.
That's right. They can use cell phones to triangulate you if they don't have GPS.
Right.
But our product will transmit the GPS location of the lost dog or lost car. So we don't need the triangulation.
Right. Regardless.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you're gonna make a thing that can go on your drone or on your cat's collar.
Well, right. But for the drone operators, you would put it on your drone so that you could help find this lost item, and then you can get a reward for it too. So, for example, somebody loses their cat, and the cat or the dog or a car that has the Track It on it, they can say, "Oh, I want to post a reward, a $300 reward. Where's my dog?" So you would get a notification on your app because you have the Track It for your drone, and say, oh, that's within 3 miles. If I'm going to launch my drone, see if I can find it. You launch your drone 300-400 feet in the air, boom, it finds it, it notifies the network, the owner knows it, you get a reward, and everybody's happy for it.
That's an interesting concept.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's GPS, Global Positioning System, satellite. Right. Are you already operational in like Europe, UK, Germany?
It's funny you asked that because Wi-Fi, unlike cellular, is the same in every country. So
so this would work for like our European viewers and drone pilots.
Okay.
That's cool.
Very good. There's a link in the description to the website here, and if you're interested in more information, you just scroll down, and you can contact and write in your comments right there.
There's a lot of positive positive response in the comments going on. Literally, there was a lot of people going, "Man, this is awesome. This is cool. I'm very interested." I think it's fascinating. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, anybody that wants to help me find my drone, I'm all about. Now, cats.
As someone who loses something constantly.
If a cat gets lost, whatever.
Yeah,
but
you could have a friend to help you find your drone if you had this on your drone, so you the findee instead of the finder. That's true.
Right. I mean, could it even be? And maybe you said this already, but like, for example, if I have it on an item, a dog, a drone, or whatever, and that item goes missing, can I just have something maybe like where I can go into my profile and say this item on my list is lost, so that if someone comes near it, they can get a notification like, oh, something's lost over there, and then.
Oh, you mean like not actively looking for it, like they just happen to be there.
Right. Like if I'm driving down the road and go like, oh my gosh, there's a lost dog near me, or something along those. I mean, is it
a passive or an active thing?
Or is that counter?
Right. It does transmit that to an app, but only on Android right now. It will detect a Wi-Fi beacon of something nearby. That is true.
Okay.
But this is mainly for an activated response where you know it's missing. Once it goes out of range of a Wi-Fi area, it's going to start sending its beacon. So all you got to do is launch the listener. So think of your drone as an instant antenna. So you can put up a 500-foot antenna. That's a major accomplishment. You can't typically do that.
Yeah.
So movable antenna.
Now this will work with drones. Will this work with self-respect? If I lose my self-respect, can I? So what is your title there? Are you the CEO, the president?
Yeah. CEO and owner, founder of Trackit, or Zedley, which owns Trackit GPS.
Okay. Yes. And how big of a hand do you have in the development of products over there? Are you the brain behind the operation?
Yeah, I founded the Trackit and I'm the main architect of it. Yes, but I have a couple other contributors that are in the project with me too. So.
Okay, so you recognize? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. So you know what a schematic is?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I don't think I ever mentioned this before, but this is all schematic.
Nice. What, did you lay it on a board when you're heating it up or something?
Yeah, no, this is totally by accident. This is actually a schematic to an FM transmitter.
Is it out of date or is it a newer one?
Oh, I'm sure.
It looks like the parts are much smaller. You can put that in your pinky now.
Right. I'm sure there's a tube in here. But yeah, I thought you'd appreciate that. Well, Tom, thank you so much for chatting with us for a minute. And again, there seems to be a little bit of interest. If you're interested, please go to the website. There's a link in the description. This is what it looks like when you go to it. And you go down here, and you can contact Tom right in here. Wonderful.
Excellent.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for being on. I appreciate it. And we'll talk again soon, okay? Let me know how things develop with this.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. All right. Well, he was awesome as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that goes down the road. So, well, we're kind of behind on stuff, man.
Are we?
Yeah, I mean, look at all this. I have all this awesome, wonderful drone footage to share.
And you haven't done a giveaway yet?
We haven't done a giveaway yet.
All kinds of things.
All kinds of stuff. All right. You know what? I got a little bit of mail.
We just got a letter. Ooh. Are we both doing an unboxing
Yeah.
on this episode?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
Well, it is from Richard Brown. Richard Brown sent me something in this envelope. If you want to send me something in the snail mail, you can send it to Ken Heron, 215 Baker Road, Huntington, Tennessee, 38344. Please make it candy.
Something.
I want it to be candy.
Just say, attention, Chris.
All right, so me. Oh, it's got a nice little letter in here.
Oh gosh.
Hey Ken, I've watched most of your videos and try to watch your Thursday Night Live. Thank you for playing some of my videos on your show. My family got a kick out of it. After watching your videos, I had to get me a lanyard, so I ordered me one. But DJI didn't have the quick release clasp like yours, so I had my wife modify it. Well, that's good that you have a handy wife like that. I had a little piece left. I made a keychain, and I wanted you to have it. Also, from one of your last TNLs, you said you wanted this shirt, so here you go. Keep up the good work, Ken. Richard Brown. So I wonder what shirt I wanted. Let me see. What. At least he kept it fresh.
And it's a good folding job.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Oh wow. Oh wow. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. Hold on. You got to see this from a few episodes back. Don't worry. I'll pee it out. and it's me. It's me like a Calvin, like a Kenvin. Look at that. You remember that fire we had at one time?
Yeah.
And we're like, them boys is going they're going to pee that out.
Is that you giving a thumbs up?
Yeah.
Is that you doing a thumbs
Yeah, I'm giving it a thumbs up and I'm peeing out some fire. That's great. I'm going to wear this.
That's awesome.
I'm going to wear this till it wears out. Thank you so much for that. That's wonderful. All right, let's get into some video. I got some really great video here from an abandoned mental hospital. Ooh. This might be your alma mater, Chris. I'm just kidding.
Potentially.
Did I miss any super chats or anything? I apologize.
I don't know, man. I haven't actually been paying that close attention.
Okay. Oh, and somebody asked, how do you qualify for the filter giveaway? Yes. Tonight, very shortly, in fact, we're going to be giving away a set of Freewell filters. These are the all-day 4K series filters, and you can choose which ones you want. The Osmo Pocket, Mavic 2 Zoom, or the Mavic 2 Pro. We'll be giving those away in just a little bit. It's a $130 value, thanks to Freewell.
And they're nice.
They are.
Very nice.
So Outdoor House Media sent in a video. He says, hey, Ken, the Embryville State Hospital was a mental hospital and a youth male correctional facility. The facility was for males between the ages of 12 and 21. All the drone footage was taken by Billy Kyle. So thanks, Billy, for the fantastic footage. I actually contacted Billy and asked him if we could show this. So he said yes, and here it is. Enjoy. Oh, love me some
Billy.
stacks. Are you a fan of big, huge brick smokestacks like I am?
They're just cool. I don't know what it is.
And they don't make them anymore.
Which is a real shame.
Mm.
Look how that metal band just rusted and snapped, but it's just still hanging there.
Right, like a loose ring on a finger.
Yeah.
That thing's gonna come tumbling down and kill a bird one day. Now this is
so cool.
Done with Billy's Inspire 2. I'm guessing it's the one that he uses all the time.
I mean, look how all the skylights are smashed out. I'm sure it's just vandalism, but it looks really cool.
If you were 12 years old, 13, 14, you got on the roof there and there was breakables, wouldn't you break it in all your teen angst?
I'm in my 30s. I'd still do it.
I think I would too, man. Yeah.
Man, so this is a mental institution?
Yeah, it's Embryville State Hospital.
During what era? Like, is it during
I'm
the whole
guessing it closed in the
Jack Nicholson
70s? Yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest era?
It's back when they would It's back before
Electroshock you?
before prisons held all of our mental patients. You know?
Is this back when they could hold you against your will?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they pack them and stack them in places like this.
That place is huge. That's
Yeah.
bigger than my college.
It would take quite a bit to explore that, wouldn't it?
Oh man.
Think of
There's
all
some
the.
fascinating YouTube channels that are explore like abandoned buildings. By the way.
Oh yes. And
Fascinating.
and back we go into the stack.
Nice. Yeah. Nice work, Billy.
Yeah, that was real nice. Yeah, imagine all the lead paint and asbestos that's in that place. Yumma num num.
Coming out dumber than I went in.
Yeah. So, would you like to see another abandoned place?
Or.
Oh, or. Okay. I see what you're doing. Do you want to see an abandoned water park or a beautiful castle? It's up to you, Chris.
Water park me. I want to see a water park.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Ken, Linda and I enjoyed last night's Thursday Night Live. Tough situation to be in when you can't do anything about it. They're talking about the power outage. Makes you feel kind of powerless. Hey, come on. I get it. I know how much you enjoy flying amusement parks in the off-season. The two old buzzards, Linda and I, recently went on a week-long road trip in the Mojave Desert. And this is the abandoned Lake Dolores Water Park. It's huge. Enjoy. Your friends, John and Linda, the two old buzzards. So, enjoy this abandoned water park.
Would hate it if I called her that.
Mojave Desert. The mountains sit majestically over the desert plains of Southern California.
Well, I kind of edited this commercial in the beginning.
Travelers between Los Angeles
Say,
and
it
Las
looks
Vegas
more
on
like a
Interstate
helicopter.
15 will be surprised to see the refreshing
I jest,
oasis
of
that
course.
is the all-new Lake Dolores Resort and Rockahula Water Park.
Oh,
Visitors
heck yeah.
are treated to an atmosphere filled with
Rockahula.
classic Americana and family fun. Boasting 18 brand new aqua attractions, including the Big Bopper, the world's largest family raft ride, the all-new Rockahula Water Park offers something for everyone. Young and old alike can bask in the sun, get their kicks on one of the many exciting water slides, relax in the cool flow of the Blue Bayou River, or take time to enjoy one of the many shaded areas in the park.
Uh-oh. And time passes. The ravages of time.
Racetrack?
Here's what it looks like today. Didn't take long for it to all just kind of be reclaimed by the desert.
Isn't that crazy? So how long's it been closed?
That was back in the late 80s, I think.
Looks like they took some of the slides down.
Well,
Or stolen.
you know, the locals turned it
Look
from
at
a
the-
water from
look
a
the lazy river.
Yeah. They turned it from a
Gang
water park into a
initiation pool.
skateboard park for sure. You know.
Yeah. A couple of new budding artists have graced the area.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to know how to sign their name. Wow, that's eerily beautiful.
Yeah. That's the laziest river I ever saw.
It's always kind of sad. That kind of stuff like bums me out. Like
Yep.
you know, the passage of an era. You know,
Mhm.
like so like. I mean, not to get all weird, but like you know, a lot of good times and memories were had there, and it's just nothing now. It's just like so empty and meaningless. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
just
They
weird.
had their fun, and then they just left it like an old Kleenex in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know. I get weird about that kind of stuff. Like it's just. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah.
But it's so weird.
Thanks for sending that in, John and Linda.
Thanks for bumming me out, John and Linda.
Yeah. Well, now of course, we're gonna have to.
I've been dramatic once or twice.
We're gonna have to get cheered up by the most beautiful castle in the Netherlands. How about that?
Fine. Bring me back. Ken.
Okay.
Bring me back.
Hey Ken, and I can't pronounce this dude's name because it's got like It's got vowels next to each other and umlauts and things. I'm sorry. Hey, Ken, promised you a nice castle. It's called Castle Dahar, and it is rebuilt in 1892 and on the ruins of the older castle. The first castle was built in the 12th century. Oh, my gosh. It's my opinion that it is the most beautiful castle in the Netherlands. Best regards.
Come on now. You need a long drum roll.
Jurenzer. Thank you. All right.
I haven't even seen the word, so.
It's spelled Jeroenzur. Jurenzer. Anyway, here's the castle. It's beautiful. Check it out.
Wow. That's phenomenal.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, that is gorgeous. I mean, that's like Disney gorgeous.
Yeah.
The fact that he got permission to do this is incredible too.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with drone law in the Netherlands.
That is unreal. Man, the landscape, everything.
And the lighting.
Architecture.
He picked a great time of day to do it.
What is this castle?
It's called Castle Dahar. Haar.
I'm writing it down.
All
This
right.
is going to be a late night Google search.
Okay. I mean, it's got a moat. Come on. You got to have a moat. Wouldn't you be the coolest alligator in the world to live in that moat?
Right?
All of your alligator friends would be
I'm
real
sure you'd
jealous.
probably go kind of hungry. Probably not too many invaders falling in.
Oh, true. You might have a burglar now and then. Ye old meth addict trying to steal the television, eaten by an alligator.
That dude right there at the top of the column, not the column, whatever the heck, that guy, that's really neat.
Isn't it? Gotta wonder how they got him up there. Maybe he just climbed and then frozen in time. And the grounds.
Oh, incredible, the fact that they've kept it up so well. You know, I've said it before on this channel a couple of times, like, here in the U.S., we just don't know what old is. You know?
Very
Like,
true.
Those of us here in the U.S., in Canada, in the U.K., like, not the UK, I meant Australia. But, like, you know, we don't know what old is. We're like, look, this building, 120 years old.
Yeah.
How about that? You know, one of my good friends, he lived in it. His apartment was 600 years old. I mean, it was an apartment from the day it was built. And I was like, how many, countless amounts of people have lived their lives in this apartment where he lived, you know? And it's unbelievably cool, just the history.
Yeah, places
that's
like
over there.
that. The feeling of the past is tangible in a place like that.
Oh, I mean, like, going to Europe for me is just so surreal. You know, it's like, you know, I'm literally touching things like Henry VIII. I've read so much about he's right here, or what's left of him is right here. You know,
some people
stood right here. I mean, for me, that's so cool.
Some people can't make that kind of connection with history. Some people are like, you know, they'll look at something like that and be like, oh, okay, it's a statue. But I'm glad that you can. That you have the capability to make that connection in your head and realize, you know, space and time and all this stuff.
To me, it feels so real. I don't know if that's just being melodramatic, but to me, like, particularly when I'm in Europe, anytime I've gone to Europe, it's just so, it's an experience. It really is for me. Sorry, that got really, really kind of heavy and serious there on the
And one day
on the
I'll get my
show.
passport and I will enjoy that as well.
One day, man.
One
Come
day.
on.
One day I will. Hey, you know what? We should probably go ahead and give something away.
Hey, we're giving away more junk.
All right, it's time to win. All right, giving away the Freewell all day 4K series filters. You get
Good
to choose.
stuff. Very high quality stuff.
Really good stuff. So if you have an Osmo Pocket, a Mavic 2 Zoom, or a Mavic 2 Pro, this contest is for you. Everyone else is gonna just hang out for a minute. or you can give them to a friend if you win. All right,
or buy one of the drones after you get this incredible gift.
Very good. Now, Chris is gonna play a big role in this, and try not to blurt the answer out, Chris, because I know you know it.
Oh, okay.
The question that you have to answer in the chat. And by the way, make sure that you are on live chat and not top chat, or you will miss some, okay? The question is, what is the title of the video on Chris's channel that this thumbnail belongs to?
Oh, God. You went deep. My God.
I went deep undercover.
You went deep.
Yes.
Holy Moses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not know he was doing that. So
Nope.
that's.
Nope. Once again, the question is, and I just
Dang,
need the
man.
title. What is
That's a thumbnail. I haven't even seen it.
what is the title
Years.
of
Holy crap.
of the video that this thumbnail goes to?
All right,
on,
no, we got it.
on-
Somebody's already there.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Holy smokes.
All right. And the answer is, tell them.
Nordium, or is the winner? I'm sorry. The answer is blood capsule test.
All right, very good. Blood capsule test. Congratulations. So, before I play the video, and I'm going
I haven't
to
even watched it in probably 10 years.
tell us a little bit about it, because this does not look like you. This is from 2008. That's what you look like in 2008.
Okay, wow, 2008.
how
okay,
old were you?
That was before I had LASIK. That was the first time I ever lived on my own. That was back in a city called South Haven, Mississippi, right outside of Memphis, Tennessee. That was the first time. It was the first time I worked. What are you pointing at?
People are saying you look like a member of the Goonies. You do, man.
Oh,
That was the first time you worked where?
That's the first time, like the first time I worked professionally as a filmmaker, video production. I was 22. Let's see, wait, how old am I now? This is 11 years ago. It's 25.
You don't look old enough to drive.
Yeah, I guess I was like 24, 25 right there. It was my first apartment that I had by myself. I was in this, tiny town working. It was like I was making money as a filmmaker. I was on salary. It was a big deal at the time.
All right, try to make the face.
And let me see the thing.
Yeah.
Hang on. Wait, I may still have those glasses. Hang on.
All right, you look for the glasses while I play the video. This is blood capsule test. Is this the first video you posted on your channel?
No, I think there's one more older than that. I did a trip. I followed this medical team to Africa.
Okay.
And I think I had a video where this guy just improvised a song around a campfire.
Okay. I went
think
back.
That's on there.
I went back, like when I started getting more subscribers, I was like, oh, I better clean up my channel, because I had stuff on there like with family and just weird things.
Yeah,
I was like, delete. Anyway, I found this nugget. Enjoy. This is blood capsule test from Chris Rollins.
Okay, gonna do my first test with the blood capsules.
Very
Cheapest ones
tan,
could
I might
find.
add.
Yeah.
Like $1. Got my towel. I don't know what to expect, but here it goes. I'm gonna try one.
So this is a fake blood that you found?
Yeah, it was for a short film that I had just written and we were getting ready to film. And I wanted to find some props.
What did it taste like?
It tasted like if you had mixed bleach and paste together. It's about what I would.
Somebody else said platoon.
Terrible.
It does look like that dude from Platoon.
Oh.
You got the glasses on.
Oh, good God. That is terrible. Oh, it sticks to your teeth.
So you
I ruined that towel, by the way.
You filmed this, and you said, I'll post it to YouTube.
This was 2008. YouTube. This was pre-monetization, so many things.
Yeah.
That was back literally when you could hashtag anything. Like in YouTube didn't have an algorithm where it would weigh in relevancy, so people would literally type in everything, like John Travolta and like whatever the biggest movie was, Batman, and they literally type in everything, and you could get discovered that way. It was a very different time.
Okay, yeah, you can't be that sneaky anymore.
No.
Now,
so look, I couldn't find those glasses, but this was the last pair before I had LASIK.
Oh, so you were a glasses guy.
I was, yeah. I had LASIK probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Here's a little fun fact. I was on a morning show in probably 2002. I had the opportunity, this company that did LASIK was going to offer free LASIK to me or my morning show partner. And I said, nope, I want to keep my glasses.
Really?
It was free. It was a lot of money.
I got mine for free.
Did you? How'd you do that? How did you do that?
So this guy came up to me and he was like, "Hey, I heard you're a filmmaker. I have a band. We were on the radio. Blah blah blah." He's like, "Would you be willing to shoot a music video for us?" So we started talking. Before we ever got to money, I went over to his house, and his dad happened to be there, who is a eye surgeon at a really prestigious place, and he goes, "Hey, my dad wanted to know if you'd take LASIK in exchange for payment." I said, "Yeah."
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't see myself without glasses. I've had them since I was 5 years
I got
old.
nervous. Like I really did get nervous about it because I was like, it's my eyes. I know millions of people have had LASIK, but it's my eyes. And as a filmmaker, I was like, literally, I can't make money listening to things. You know, like I don't know what else to do. So, but no, it worked out great, and I don't regret it at all. It's been a phenomenal decision, and
cool. Well,
my eyes are too sensitive for contact, so for me, like I couldn't wear sunglasses or anything. So it has been amazing.
Well, I didn't want to make you feel too terrible about showing a younger version of yourself. So just to make you feel better, I pulled some footage from me in 1999.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
This is me 20 years ago. I look exactly the same, ladies. Now, this is part of a TV pilot that me and my morning show partner at the time, Beaner, his name was Beaner, we did.
Oh, I've seen some of these, I think.
And in this video, you'll see a blonde girl. Her name's Holly. I almost married her. Anyway, enjoy.
I'm Beaner.
I'm Ken.
You are watching the Beaner and Ken show. Where's Hand?
I don't know. He's always late.
Hey, it's Beaner and Ken. You're watching the Beaner and Ken show.
And you won't even have to crane your neck to see it.
Crane your neck.
Hey, you know what the crane's first name is?
Bob?
Nope, Fraser.
You ready for a round of what's in Ken's mouth?
The 90s.
I think so.
Ken's going to chew food up, and you'll have to guess what it is, all right?
Okay.
Now, guess what's in Ken's mouth.
An Oreo.
An Oreo!
Oh,
That's too easy.
that
All
was
right.
fantastic.
I look exactly the same, right?
Exactly the same.
I did not age well. I did not age well.
That was what, 99?
99. Yeah.
Man, that reminds me of what was it, The Man Show?
Oh.
Is that no? That's not what I'm thinking of.
You're well, because of the aspect ratio. It's square, right? We didn't have HD. This is pre-HD.
Good times.
Well, while we're playing Chris Rollins videos, I'm going to play a little bit, and I encourage you again to subscribe to Chris. He's got a great channel. He breaks things and blows things up. He buys perfectly good things and then ruins them. And one of the things that he ruins recently was some golf balls. Enjoy this.
All right, today we're going to be trying to split a golf ball with an axe.
Nice sound effects.
Thanks.
Well, that's not going to work. So I thought I might get some better results if instead I left the axe in place and I hit the axe with the ball. Ah! I shaved it. There it is. Nice.
I like the little shing.
Yeah.
It doesn't even slow down.
That was really satisfying to do. Oh, I love that camera so much.
That is so neat. See you in the next one.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool, man. Check out Chris's channel. Man, I've got so many videos, but I wanted to share this letter I got and get your opinion and the opinion of everyone in the chat.
Okay.
This is from a guy named David. He says, "Hey Ken, hope this finds you well. I responded to a job offer that I was notified about on Indeed. A full-time job offer to operate a drone at a very popular local car dealership. So I get there, I fill out the actual application and wait to speak to a manager. I spoke to two, one being the GM of the dealership. When I spoke to the GM, I showed him my Part 107 license. He looked it over and said, 'I don't know what this is.' I looked him in the eye and said, 'That's my federal license from the FAA allowing me to professionally fly unmanned aerial systems. It's my UAS certificate.' His facial reaction told me that this was news to him, that one was required. He had already interviewed a handful of other applicants, and not one showed him Part 107 certificate. I dutifully informed him that regardless of the final disposition of my application, that he should never hire an operator that cannot show him one of those cards I handed him, and that it be current. I then informed him of the consequences of hiring someone who can't show him one of the cards I had just handed him. Anyway, the interview seemed to go well. He said that I am his top applicant of the moment. I think he was grateful that I had just done his mega corporate legal department's job for him in informing him of the rules of the game. Thanks for reading this, Ken. I'd love to hear your thoughts and the thoughts of your viewers. Best regards and thanks, David." So what are your thoughts on that, Chris?
I agree that if you are a business owner looking to hire a drone pilot, you should never hire someone that doesn't have a Part 107 license. I've done drone stuff personally, professionally, for LA crews, for non-Hollywood, what's the word I'm looking for? Union crews. Not a single person asked to see my Part 107. I've been in national parks. I've flown in, downtown areas, rural stuff. Again, no one has ever once seen it. However, regardless, I think it's something it's a must-have, 100% must-have.
Absolutely, and it's up to those who hold the certificate to inform those who don't know about it, especially business owners, because here are the consequences. The FAA has stated that unlicensed drone pilots can face fines starting at $1,100 per occurrence, and those who knowingly hire unlicensed pilots can face fines starting at $11,000.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I did not know that. I didn't know it was that high.
Sure. The person who knowingly hires an uncertified remote pilot for a commercial operation can be fined as much as 10 times what the pilot himself is fined. So I thought that was.
That's ever happened?
See, now that's the thing. There's no enforcement on it.
Yeah, I mean, I know the law is there for a good reason, and I agree with the law.
Yeah.
I've just never heard of it being enforced.
Right, it would certainly make the news, but it's not that much of a deterrent if nobody's being cuffed and stuffed in a public way because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of a toothless law, but it's a law nonetheless. And you don't want to be the first person they make an example of.
Yeah, no, and there's some YouTube videos out there, particularly back a few years ago when the Part 107 first came out, that there were guys that were those examples.
Yeah,
some very
just
financially costly examples.
Yeah, do your due diligence if you're going to do it for a living or commercially. Get your Part 107 and go to remotepilot101.com to study for it. Use Heron 18 and get 30% off. All right. So,
do you see how I didn't mess up your pitch there this time?
No, that was great. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So, you know a guy named Grumpy Vlogger, right?
Yeah. I mean, not personally, but I know who he is.
Yeah, Lloyd. Well, he recently posted a video with him wearing some of my swag, and I thought I'd share that. Check this out. Yeah.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Ken Heron. I got my hat, guys. Look at that. And there's my Ken Heron shirt. Thanks, Ken. I appreciate it. I want to send this to you, and man, I really like it. Thank you very much. This is Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Vlogger, and thanks a lot, Ken. I appreciate it. Guys, you got to get one of these. These are nice. It has "buh" and "bye" on the back. So, all right, you guys have a good one.
You bet, man. And if you would like your very own shirt, well, they are available. You can buy one of those shirts. And the place to go is right there, HeronAerialPhotography.com. Now, while I'm pimping stuff, we want to help our news guy. I get ideas for news stories all the time in my email, but we've created a new place for those news tips to live, and that is TNLNewsLeads@gmail.com.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice idea.
If you see some news, some drone news, don't hunt me down. You send it to TNLNewsLeads.com or at gmail.com, and it'll go right to Jeff. Bingo, bango, wango, tango, just like that. Yeah. So you know what? It's been a long show. It's not over yet, but first.
Okay, can I say something really quick?
Please.
Not to make the show longer.
Right.
Every single time I've been on the show, in every show that I've watched, that I tell you what, I even went through and just kind of looked at your show links. You're always like, oh my gosh, we're running so long. Every show you do is 2 hours. You realize this, right? 2 and change. And you're always like, oh my gosh, we're running so long. How unexpected. And I was like, you're just plan on a 2-hour show. Because that's what you do.
Yeah, you're right.
You have a 2-hour show.
I don't know
you
why.
Always get caught off guard.
I have this number 90 minutes in my head because, feature films are 90 minutes for a reason.
90 minutes.
It's 90 minutes
Correct.
because that's been through time and memoriam. People have gone through test groups, and that's all they can stand. That's their attention span. And I don't know how many people have been watching this since the beginning. If you've been watching this stream since the beginning of the stream tonight live, please let me know. I imagine
type in beginner.
Yeah. Or type in been watching the whole time or whatever you want to say. But
since minute 1.
I have no idea how people watch this show because when
my butt's numb.
Well, that's good. That means that we've been putting out some good content.
That's right.
Yeah. At the end of the show, I look back and it's like, I see maybe we had 300 concurrent viewers, but then people watch the replay. People in Europe, they wake up and they watch it, I guess. So
yeah,
been watching.
I was talking to Chris Hope. He was like, "Yeah, I finally get to watch. Finally get to watch this one." I mean, like,
David Yeager says 3 hours. Why not? Let's do it. Throw caution to the wind. So man, I always have leftovers here. I feel so bad. So we did that. We did the giveaway. Everything. You know what? It's probably time just to take a 7-minute stretch and have a little bit of Raz to the Mataz. Let's go ahead and Raz it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's head on into the Raz chamber. Oh, it's a wonderful thing. If you've never razzed before and this is your first time, I'll be gentle. It's something that we do to kind of center ourselves, right, Chris?
This music is a nice touch. I haven't experienced that before.
Oh yeah. So just take a moment and let the blue goo ooze between your toes and in between your.
That's right.
Buttocks.
You just do what you do.
Yes, let it get in every pore of your being and know that nothing can go wrong while you're in the Raz. Matazzy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's over. All right, man. We almost OR'd.
I almost fell asleep.
Yeah, we almost over-razzed. we don't want to do that. Hey, let's go ahead and let's do a lightning round of some of these videos, okay? Because people are nice enough to send them. If you have a video and you would like to send them in, please do so. Ken Heron upload at gmail.com. Don't send me a huge honking file. I can't download huge honking files because my computer says, oh, it could be a virus. I don't know that guy. So send me a streaming file if you can. Now, a lot of times, most of the all the time, I don't reply to the email, and there's well, that's not me being mean. The reason why I kind of use that email address as an indicator of what I've gotten as far as content for the show. So if I go, hey, thanks for that, and then they reply like, hey, you're welcome, and then there's another email I got to read. So anyway, so that's why. But just know I check all of them. Anyway, so this is from Tim Shanahan. It says, Ken, thought you might like this footage after a major storm. Croton Dam is located in Westchester County, New York. The weather was perfect. P.S. Love the Phantom scattering in slow motion, and that's something we haven't talked about.
Oh,
we got to talk.
How did we forget about
We
that?
got to talk about the explosion. So I'm going to play this damn nice footage, and then right after this, we're going to come back and show you some explosions.
Yeah.
I'm glad he mentioned that. I love these old structures like this. They don't build stuff like this anymore.
I know, nobody puts any thought to anything anymore.
Like those arches, you didn't need those arches for part of the structure. It just looked good. For the one or two park rangers that ever saw that, it's got to look good. Yeah.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Isn't it? Great job.
Look at all the moss or whatever that is that's growing. Look at that. Like, they didn't have to make it at that angle, but they did, and it's awesome.
Yeah. A little bit of rainbow there.
Is this your music or his music?
Yeah, mine.
That's a killer shot right there. I love that shot.
Just know that I change all the music on the videos. Every single one. That's a little fun fact. Because I never know how mad YouTube will be from some other kind of music.
They're copyrighted.
Right. So don't get your feelings hurt if you see your video, but don't hear your music. And that's why this takes me 2 days to put together, this show. And I will continue to do it because I love you guys. That party, it was party. I like that.
That was awesome.
And now, how about some explosions? Chris, you want to take us back to Texas and the
day
Splendor
was Monday.
Yes.
The year 2019. The place, Splendora, Texas. What else did we do?
We blowed stuff up. Check it out.
The gun range.
Yeah,
that
this
I don't
is
remember the name of.
This is a tannerite test where we set off all of the
got bad earwax.
all the car alarms. Check this out. We're good.
Ken didn't give me a microphone, guys, so you don't hear me.
Yeah, I was so excited I cussed.
You set off the car alarm.
Listen. I don't know why it makes me giddy.
Oh.
Watch this. 2 pounds of tannerite. Oh man. You can see the reflection of the shockwave, yeah. Watch the shockwave bounce from the ground back up. It goes down, bounces off the ground, and goes back up. You see it very lightly. You can hear me wheezing. Yeah.
All right, we're ready. We're good. Thumbs up.
The first time a drone's been shot out of the air and exploded.
Good, let's go.
I'm so happy.
Sounds like Unsolved Mysteries. Wow, you can see the bullet.
Yeah, you could see the
You
round.
can actually see the round go. That's insane.
Yeah, go back and watch the video that's posted on this channel earlier. This is 720p, the stream. You'll be able to see the round.
So this is all that's left.
We all autographed that top, what was left of that top shell.
Yeah, here's something that I really need to explain to some people because I've gotten some negative comments on that, believe it or not. Yeah, I don't understand either, but I think most of the comments were from people who say, "Why didn't you give me the drone? Why didn't you give the drone to a kid or whatever?" You know, there's thousands of people that can enjoy it, or some kid can enjoy it. You can enjoy it blowing up, or some kid you'll never meet or see will enjoy it. Besides, it's our drone. We can do what we want with it. And here's another thing. People are saying, you blew up a perfectly good drone. We didn't. It was broken. It barely flew. It didn't have a camera on it.
Yeah. Actually, the fact that we even got it to hover long enough to get it out there was a colossal success.
Yes.
Jeff Sills was, he was tweaking on it all day. And he was like, wait, it's not working. And then he would go back. And he would try to take it off again. And it would go up to maybe 2 feet, and then it would just shut off. Then he did this all day because that was probably what 5 or 6 o'clock by the time we got around to doing that.
Yeah.
And he had been working on that. We were all Ken and I were filming other stuff, and Jeff was just going back and forth trying to get that thing off the ground. Like it was literally a piece of junk.
It was a piece of junk. And somebody just asked, "Is that the one Jeffrey built?" No, that's mine. That's a Phantom 4. The one that we blew up was a Phantom 3 standard. And he was doing corrections up till the last second just to try it, hold it still enough so that the sharpshooter could get it. So anyway, we had fun. It was, I mean, maybe it was, it doesn't hold any real scientific value, but to be there and to be able to get all of that equipment, I drove 11 hours. I tried to organize to get everybody together with the Splendora Police Department, be out there. We're not in somebody's backyard doing it. This is under police supervision.
Yeah. I mean, 2 high-speed cameras going, GoPros all over the place. I mean, it was a big undertaking for sure.
It was fantastic.
I mean, even where Ken and I were, which is what, about 150 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could still feel
the concussion,
gush of wind, just like.
Yeah.
From where we were.
Yeah.
It was unreal. And if you look at the high-speed footage, I don't know about your camera, but the high-speed footage that I sent you, there's this delay where you see boom, you see the explosion go off, you see it expand, and there's this moment, then you see the camera go.
Oh, yes.
That shock wave actually hitting the camera and make it jiggle a little bit.
Yeah. And we left about 30 pounds of tannerite there. I really wish.
I wish I had known that. I would have put it in my car.
I wish that we had just put it all together and did one big, huge atomic explosion.
would have had Homeland Security on our tail.
Well, we had cleared it. The police cleared it with everybody in the neighborhood. I mean,
30 pounds of tannerite?
No, they put it out in that we were going to be doing explosives there at the range.
Okay.
They let everybody in the neighborhood know. Anyway, so.
Good times. Texas is still recovering from a Ken Heron visit.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Good times.
And if you know Ken from Upper Deck Media, he does our animations. He made an animation about this. And this is the first time I'm sharing it. So enjoy.
Hey, everybody. You remember me from that other peeling video, right? The one where I ridicule a country star, peel off some eyes, rip off some other stuff, insult all the bass players. Well, that just took way too long to peel all that stuff. So what I thought was, I'm gonna go for the world's fastest peeling video. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And to capture it all, I bought one of those Chronos cameras. Woo! This thing has like 1 million frames a second. All right, let me get it set here. All right. Yeah, right about there. All right, let me make sure I'm on the screen. Okay, there we go. All right, now I grab a stick of dynamite and put it in my mouth. Wait a minute. Okay, folks at home, you won't try this, and it's not because it's stupid or dangerous or anything like that. It's because these Chronos cameras are so expensive you'll never be able to afford it. Anyway, here we go. Put the stick back in my mouth, and then I'm gonna light it. Uh-oh.
Look at his antenna sliding down the screen. We get a replay. I don't know.
What am I watching?
I don't know. That was fantastic. That was wonderful. Thank you, Ken. That took a while to put together. Just a quick thing, and then we'll drop this topic. Where was that? It was. Oh, Tex Mayberry said, just because the popo is there, don't make it legal. And to that I would say, yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
very
it does.
much so.
Yeah. So a couple super chats. Did I miss one? I got one here from. Gregory Hurst, $2 super chat. Thank you. Hi, Ken. Hi, Gregory. Excellent. So, all right, I'm gonna play. I still have stuff. I'll have to play it next.
You should really start, like, I know you're doing like a highlight video of each show.
Yeah.
You should start doing something like Thursday night live leftovers. Like, yeah, something like, something, the stuff you just couldn't fit in.
Yeah, because then
in your standard 2-hour show, by the way.
It's true. We're going over 2 hours now. The viewer video of the week is fantastic. Now I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it up to you. $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I'm just here to beat up on the Evolve drone. Where are the reps at? The rep was here about an hour ago. He was very nice, but don't beat up on him. It's a pretty drone.
It is one of the best looking drones.
Yeah. What was I saying?
I get to choose something?
Yes. Well, we do a viewer visit.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done a viewer visit. So, depend how much time you got, Chris?
I got to edit a video tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's 9:05.
We don't have time, do we? Okay.
No, let's bring somebody in. Bring somebody in.
Seriously? Okay.
What's on your mind? We'd really like to hear.
Okay, if you want to be the viewer visit.
Some of my favorite music on the show. Reminds me of my Brazil days.
Chat your Skype username. Not Hangouts, not FaceTime, not WhatsApp, not, hey, it's Larry app or whatever. Skype, your Skype username, and we'll grab somebody and bring him onto the show. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why did the quarterback change the play at the last second?
Why?
It was just a snap decision.
That's all right. I mean, it's not one to write home about.
You think that is better than my red light joke? Come on.
Yes. So the viewer video of the week, it was chosen. The video is awesome, but it was also chosen because it's a pun. And I just love it.
Should we go ahead and play it?
No. We're waiting on.
End with the guest.
No, we're waiting on somebody to post their Skype username. We're gonna bring them into the show.
This is not me texting. This is me looking at the chat.
I think I got somebody.
Let's see. Which one are you looking at?
I'm looking at Mike Roche.
Yeah. Okay. That's the only one I see.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can bring him in.
Mr. Oche.
Mike.
Is this like some knockoff Girl from Ipanema music?
Yes.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, reminds me of my days in Rio.
Mm-hmm. If we can get Mike on.
Hello, Ken.
Hey! Mike!
He's here.
Auditorially. My volume down.
He is here. Hey, welcome to the show. Now,
thank you.
Now, let me see. I'm going to have to do a little thingy here while Chris says a joke.
No, I've done two, okay? I've done 2 jokes now.
Yeah. Well, I need another one.
Quota.
Well,
that is, now you're very blue. What's on your mind?
Let me see.
It's the only joke I could come up with. I'm sorry. That's literally all I got.
Oh no. See, now it doesn't have his name now. I got a whole big long list of this is where it all falls apart. All right. We need to see your video. Right. We need to see your video, sir.
How do crazy people go through the forest?
How?
They take the psychopath.
See, now that was a good joke, man. I like that a lot.
I appreciate it.
Hey, welcome to the show. There he is. There he is right there.
Hey, Ken.
Hey, man. All right, now I'm going to go over to here, and I'm going to bring you in the little Hollywood square in the bottom there.
Mystery guest.
Yeah. You guys talk amongst yourselves while I strain my eyes.
We're the only people that can see him, right?
That's right.
How you doing, Chris?
Hey, how are you doing? I like how you got like the purple mood lighting going on with a microphone set up and everything.
It's my own version of Razzmatazz.
There he goes.
I love it.
There he is.
That's
All
awesome.
right, we got you now. We got you, man. You know, I have to thank you. I recognize you from being in the chat. You're a fan from a while back, aren't you?
Right.
Thank you very much for supporting the channel.
You showed a video of mine a few weeks ago. I'm the guy in the wheelchair picking with a pickup stick.
Oh,
for my
yes.
drone,
That's right.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that 007 thing happening.
And you also chewed me out the other day for my flying over certain things by email.
You know.
I sent you in a video.
You know, what a coincidence. I actually have that here. Should I share it? It's up to you.
You know, it's already on my channel. So
Okay. All right. Well, he did send me a video, and it's beautiful. It's him flying through some trees, but without saying anything about it, let's just play it and see if people in the chat and see if Chris can figure out why this is not a legal flight. Okay. So this is beautifully done. I love it. Thank you for sending it in. But I'm merely the messenger. Here you go. This is his video. And this is in Syracuse?
Yes, it is.
All right. What kind of trees are those?
There's some sort of magnolia type of tree, and it is in the area where there's a big radio station complex. I wondered if maybe when you were in the area, you worked in that area.
I worked in a little strip mall thing.
No,
it was so it wasn't. We didn't have a beautiful building like that. So, Chris, any guesses as to why this is probably be frowned upon?
Oh, the moving cars.
Yes.
That flew. They came into my flight path.
Well, it's kind of up to you to move away from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. The manned vehicles. That would be my big thing.
Yeah.
I was kind of in between those two.
Oh, okay. So you don't consider
yourself. It veers off to the side.
You
right
making
there.
the
I see
distinction.
what you're saying.
No,
I see
okay.
what you're saying.
Now I've done a similar thing when I've flown
Plausible deniability is what you're going for.
Right.
Yeah, you're not absolutely directly over them. You're splitting traffic in the air, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lane splitting. I got it.
Yeah,
you're a
lane
motorcycle
splitting.
guy, Ken. You know this.
The postal truck comes along. And he veers off. Notice it turns, and then I cut the video.
No, I see it.
Oh,
I see
yeah.
it.
Oh, totally legal flight.
Never went over federal property at all.
You save it for the judge. No, you know what?
By the way, Ken,
Yeah.
I'm using a little studio light here. It's the Aperture one that you did the giveaway on.
Oh, that's great.
Which
I
one?
didn't win it, but I bought one because I knew I wasn't going to win. The small little tiny thing.
Yeah, is it red?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great little light. It's about this big. It's a heavy duty thing. You know, when I filmed that abandoned hospital video with me and Oscar, on the way out, I put it on the roof for a second and packed everything, drove away, turned the corner, the light went.
Oh, you left it?
Yeah, the light slid off the roof into the street, and it was fine. It was fine. It's got a little ding on it. Yeah.
It's built like a tank. It really is.
It's really good light, yeah.
And Ken, I know you love videos of flying through stuff. I was flying yesterday. I flew through some tunnels. In a week or two, I'll send it to you. Some really, really tight spaces. You'll like it. It's all legal.
Oh, good.
Legal.
Okay, as long as it's legal.
Legal.
Well, you're one of my favorite people in the drone community, and
thank you.
And you you live in Syracuse. I haven't been there in so long. What am I missing? Are the winters still super sucky? Because that's what I remember about Syracuse. The winters are just horrible.
Yeah, it was a long, cold winter, like pretty much every year. But we have great hot dogs up here at Hyde's, if you remember those. You know, and you know, it's beautiful 3 seasons out of the year.
Yeah.
The summers are spectacular, and we're right in the middle of the state. You can get to the Adirondack Mountains, you can get to New York City, you can get to Niagara Falls, the Finger Lakes region. So it's a great location, and the winters are rough, but if you're a winter person, it's the place to live.
Yeah, and do you eat at Dinosaur Barbecue?
I plan on doing a video of Dinosaur Barbecue.
Oh, that's great.
Fact, with all the bikers down there, and yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about downtown.
You remember the morning show I did there, right? Beaner and Ken. It was on the Howard Stern station.
A 95X.
That's it. Can I say That's it. Yeah, 95X. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I listened to Stern when he was on, but it kind of went over to AM at that point.
Oh, so you said, well, these guys, these Beaner and Ken, I'm not going to listen to them. I'm a Howard Stern.
I wanted to hear the news.
Oh, the news. I got you. Okay. Well, we could yammer on all day.
You lost out to the news.
I know.
But my brother-in-law was a DJ too back in the AM radio days on WNDR. You may don't know those call letters locally, but when AM was king back in the 60s, he knew Dick Clark, as a matter of fact.
Oh wow! I interviewed Dick Clark back in like
he's a big man.
Yeah, before he I'll have to grab that audio. Something funny happened on there. I can't mention when it happened, but he said something off air when he didn't know we were recording. Anyway, that's another whole story. I can go on and on. What kind of drones do you have?
I started out with a Phantom 4, then I got the original Mavic Pro, and now I've got the Mavic 2 Pro, and then for wintertime flying inside, whatever, I have a Mavic Air.
Okay, and you have limited use of your hands. Is that correct?
Right. I'm a quadriplegic from a spinal cord injury.
Okay. Which one of those drones is easiest for you to use?
I got the smart controller for the Mavic 2, and that just makes everything easier.
Okay.
Does it? I've never actually used one. Is it touch screen? How does it?
Yeah, it's basically like a really bright, extremely bright phone built into one.
Okay.
So there's not even putting the phone in between the handles of the controller, all in one, and the screen goes. You know, you got to turn it down in the evening for the brightness.
Right.
And other than that, it's feels good in the hand. You know, I don't hold it in my hands, but if a person who the ergonomics are terrific, and the screen it just like everything DJI. It just plain works.
Are you planning on getting the DJI Action or the Osmo Action?
If I needed an action camera, but I have a Hero 7, so I don't have any need for that right now. But if I had to buy an action camera, I would probably go Osmo because it just looks that much easier to use.
And I finally, after taking pliers to it, was able to get the lens to unscrew.
I've heard about that.
I had to take pliers to it. Anyway,
Right, yeah.
so this show is going to be 3 hours. But thank you so much for supporting the channel and for being a wonderful and fun part of the drone community and for your channel and your videos.
Thank you for not reporting me to the FAA.
I'm not going to report you, man. I might do it. No, I'm just kidding, man. All right.
Between us, guys.
Yeah, just between us. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you.
All
Bye.
right. See you, buddy. All right.
Bye.
Well, that viewer visit was fantastic.
Dude, you've got some of the best subscribers. I'm serious. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on the show. This is the kind of stuff I tell you over the phone. The people that get on here are just such high quality people. You know what I mean?
They're just good, fine people all over the world.
Salt of the earth.
What a great community we have. I'm so proud to have this forum to share. So all right, we'll do the viewer video of the week, and then we'll skedaddle as we bring this world record length stream to an end. You know, when nothing goes wrong, the power doesn't go out, and the internet is solid. I just want to keep going.
That's right.
You know. All right. So the viewer video of the week is from Dylan Pointer. He says, "Hey Ken, let's get ship-faced. SHIP.
I've got a clue as to where this might be going.
It's got a ship in it. That opening line, I was like, okay, viewer video of the week, ship-faced. See what I did there? He says, anyway, this is a training ship for Maine Maritime Academy in Castine, Maine. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for all your great videos and ridiculousness, Dylan Pointer." So enjoy this. It's from Dylan. We can all get ship-faced together. You have to be careful how you say that. It's a viewer video of the week.
Yeah, you kind of do.
You know, this just goes to show you, if you have a good subject matter, you know, you don't have to be flying around at 100 miles an hour. Just nice, gentle, just show the thing.
Man, but I tell you what, you know, it's nice to see. He's got great exposure.
Mm-hmm.
The exposure is set perfectly. He's got great angles, great time of day.
Right, because sometimes
camera movements.
Those little waves on the water can get washed out if you have the wrong exposure.
Yeah, well, the white on the ship is the one that would tend to go pretty quickly. And in case you guys didn't know, it's always safer to underexpose than overexpose.
That's a good tip.
You can always pull it back a little bit if it's underexposed, but if it's overexposed, that information is gone. This is great stuff. He's got some really great camera movements here.
Yeah, and the steel panels on the ship, you can see the reflecting.
Yeah. Where's my 24 frames per second peeps at? Ken.
Never! Yes.
Nice.
Very, very nice there. You know,
that was excellent.
Every video has to tell a story. And I think that narrative was probably, here's a ship. It's in port. It's awesome. Behold its beauty. Done.
Yeah, no, that was really cool.
Yeah. So, again, if you want to send something in, you can send it here, kenheronupload@gmail.com. And with that, it's time to go.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Oh, thank you to everybody for being in here today. Maury Covington Jr. from XDynamics. Thanks to Tom Roberts from Zedley Incorporated. Thanks to Jeff Sills for the news. Thanks for sitting in the co-host chair there, Chris Rollins. Thanks for the younger
Anytime.
2008 version of yourself that looks like somebody who's not even old enough to drive.
Thank you for digging that up, too.
You
that was fun.
bet,
that was
man.
a fun road to go down.
I love digging up all that embarrassing stuff. We're going to be back next week with Jason Shappert from RemotePilot101.com.
Nice.
And until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.
And bye.
enjoy pigeon jerky, the killer can process meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You enjoy pigeon jerky, a killer can process meat.
Yeah. That was so funny.